Greetings, my fellow Narcadians, as I, Talsar Gelden, Master of the Narcadian Order. We are doing Talsar Plays RimWorld. Apparently, they just updated to 1.0, which means all of my mods for version 18 don't work anymore, which sucks. And I have no idea when the mods will be updated. So, we are going to be going into this with, with the vanilla version. Now, and to make sure that I do not cheat, I'm going to be turning off the developer mode. This means I want to have access to any of the menus up here that I would normally have access to that give me ability to turn God mode on or to drop certain objects into the game. What really sucks about this, let me just show you the mod list that I have at present. So, Starship Trooper weapons, craft robots. Oh man, the load order got messed up too. Prepare carefully, which is a very good mod. Expanded prosthetics, Hugs Lib, which I don't think it's ever really, I don't know what that does. Run GC, RT's weapon pack, Stack Merger, which is useful for managing your crap. I don't know. My brain just went numb. My train of thought got derailed. Stockpiles. Rim Fridge, and I'll be honest with you, the Rim Fridge, not as useful as I thought it was going to be. I mean, it's useful as a nice little set piece, but also the fact you can build them, at least the version I was using, right out of the gate, so you don't even need to do any research for them. Dubs Bed Hygiene, it adds, you know, ability to build bathtubs, showers, sinks, toilets, and they now, you know, add a new mechanic to your little ponds for their hygiene. Research Pal, a good little tool for better organizing and looking through your research tree, because when they had it in vanilla, I don't know if they've improved it since then, but it was a mess. More robots, rim hair, more hair options, miscellaneous core, which is a lot of mods need that. More furniture options. It's a nice little add-on. Advanced power generation. It adds a lot of new power stations that you can add to the game, especially the reactors. More music, more turrets, increased stack, which I think does the same as that. I don't know. Another robot add-on adds more robots. Rim arsenal. Birds and bees is supposed to add reproduction, but I never saw it work, at least when I was playing it in 18. I don't know when my guys are supposed to be going, you know. I don't know if you could hear that. Glass and lights. It's an interesting little add-on, so you can add some windows and concrete. So, I should probably... No, okay, they are off. Never mind, because they will not work. So, new colony. Of course, these probably won't work anymore. Well, I don't know if they would or not work. But let's not mess with the scenarios. I don't know if they would still work or not. Naked Brutality, that is a new one. Naked, alone, and utterly unprepared, can you survive? I guess that's like the hardcore difficulty. So you have, you know, the ones that you normally have. That's Crash Landed. We have 3 survivors that crash landed onto a RimWorld. Lost Tribe. You have 5 people in your tribe, but you start at a really low tech level. I think you have like virtually nothing to work with in terms of technology. So you're literally starting from the ground floor. Rich Explorer, I mean, you have one person who is well equipped and has got a lot of wealth, but he's alone, so there's only so much he can do. Let's just do the classic 3 to start with. It seems to be the one that works the best. So let's see what we have with that. We get 800 silver. That's the currency is used in the game to buy things from caravans. 50 packaged survival meals. 30 medicine. 30 components, which is used in a lot of things to build. One bolt action rifle. 1 revolver. 1 plasteel knife. 1 random pet. 450 steel, which is also used in just about everything, and 300 wood. Now, steel is kind of strange. For those of you who have never seen RimWorld played, the best thing to compare it to would be Dwarf Fortress, which I've heard it compared to that. I have not played Dwarf Fortress, even though I do have it. The resources you were going to find, of course, is wood. Now, you would expect to find iron instead of steel and just make steel out of iron using carbon. Well, it seems that they just start off with steel. The idea is that where you are on the planet, on this world, you're running into ancient lost civilization. So the steel you're finding is from whatever they left behind that got buried under, you know, tons of rock as you mine into the mountains. You will occasionally find ancient buildings that you can potentially use as makeshift shelters, especially when you're just starting out. And sometimes you will find a ancient chamber that has some cryopods in it. Always, always, always exercise extreme caution when you break into one of these places, because here's what you're going to find in there more often than not. You're going to find insectoids. They're basically gigantic carnivorous insects, and they are very hard to kill. If you're going to go in there loaded for bear with your best shit. And then after you've dealt with that, build up some defenses inside, and then go and open up one of the cryo chambers, because once you do that, they will all open up simultaneously. And every single time I've done this, every single human that's come out of those cryo chambers are hostile. And they'll be armed with random equipment. So let's go to next. Now we pick our difficulty level. We have 3 different people who act as storytellers. It's the AI that kind of runs the things in the background simulation. So we have Classic, I can say things. Cassandra Classic, Phoebe Chillax, and Randy Random. I'm getting their names backwards. I'm not dyslexic, I'm just a little bit ass backwards. And they each have their, you know, difficult levels. So, because we're starting on basically a new experience with the vanilla game, let's go with some challenge. Alright. Now, global coverage. I'm not going to... Ordinarily, you can make an entire planet. This adds a lot of immersion and realism, but let's not deal with that because it takes a lot of time to render. But it looks really cool. So this is only going to generate 30% of a planet's surface for you to interact with. As terms of a seed, I don't know what they do. I honestly don't know. Maybe it's explained somewhere. I'll have to look it up. So let's generate. And let's see what we have to work with. Man, I'm really bummed I don't get to use any of my mods. How I first heard about this game was from Weasel. He doesn't stream anymore or upload any videos anymore. He retired from YouTube about 4 months ago because, well, they've been mucking around with people. So let's see what we have to work with. Here is our planet. So what you see is what we have to work with. Basically one continent. All these little icons you see around here are different factions. And as you can see, we have different types of environments for us to go into here. Gray Forest, that sounds kind of cool. Now let's take a look at the Cayenne Terrain. This is where you want to get a lot of really useful information. You're going to want to find an area that has these are like indicating mountains. You can't land on these large ones here. Any of the smaller ones you can. But the most ideal place you're going to want to land is in a green area. What is this? Boreal Forest. You're going to want to land in a green area where it has a all year long grow period. Okay, it's like down here, grow periods all year round. So this like band along here, if you're going by longitude, whatever. Typically things in this band will be all year round. So now it's just a matter of finding a kind of place. A swamp would probably not be an ideal place. Let's see, anything down here all year round. It's flat. Let's see what we have to work with here. All right, we have a road here and a city. So maybe some people we could trade with. So I want a forest. Someplace where we can plant trees, because a desert is not going to be all that conducive to our survivability. All year round, it's mountainous. Environmental difficulty is 4. Large hills, sandstone and slate. Granite would be ideal, because it makes an excellent, it's a nice strong building material, especially for building walls. Let's see here. Find a good place. Red Stump Thicket. Huh. That's a bandit camp or something nearby. Let's not get near those. Alright. The reason why I want an area that has hills or mountains is because that's where you're going to get a lot of your resources. If you land like in a large open plain like out here, you're going to have a lot of trees to work with, but not a lot of raw resources like steel. And you can mine components to build things. Plus, you can mine into mountains and use them as shelters. So this will probably be our best bet. Large hills, sandstone and granite. Average temperature, all year round growing period. So this looks like it is going to be our best bet. So let's go to next. So here are the survivors we can pick from. These will be the 3 who go down. These are 5 other people that we can select from. So let's see what kind of skills they have there and try and pick the best people that give us the best chance of survival. We want to have people who complement each other, who can do things other people can't. Now, let's look at this guy, for instance. He's good at shooting. He's really good at melee. And this little burn symbol here means he has his passion for it, which means that he will develop points in it faster than other abilities, and he enjoys it too. Is not really social. He can't interact with animals at all. Medicine 0. He can cook. He can build. He can plant. So he'd be good for if we need for when we grow plants, which is critical to survival. Mining. He's kind of average at crafting and intellectual. Okay, so he may be. We're probably going to end up keeping this guy around. Spence, VR designer. He's also really good at melee. Social, pretty good. Social is useful for when you're trying to negotiate between caravans and whatnot. Good with animals. Yeah, he's also really good. Artistic would be useful as well. Ooh, really good at shooting. But here's what I'm looking at where we have gaps. We don't have anyone who's really good at cooking. Well, okay, no, okay, this guy is good at cooking. We need someone who is intellectual, and the reason why we need that, and someone who's good at medical. So we have someone to act as a doctor. Intellectual is for things like researching new technologies. So this will give us an overall rating of how good we are. So we're low on medicine, low on mining, really low on intellect. So let's look at the other people we have to work with here. This guy has got an addiction. He would not be really good to take down. So let's just scratch him off right now. He's good at shooting, really good at crafting. No, she. Male colonist, old. So listen, Hugh. Wait a minute. They have to be related. Relations. That might be useful. Let's take a look here. Grandfather. Andrea. So this is father, son, grandfather, daughter-in-law. Father is Jonathan. I don't see him in this list. Well, actually, wait a minute. Oh, no, here he is. Jonathan, Hugh, Andrea, Namiko. She might want. We might want to take her along. Ooh, he's really good at construction. She is really good at constructing and is really good at shooting. Oh, and is married to Jesse. So we could make this a complete family affair. So let's do that. Alright, let's see where we stand now. Alright, we're not so good on mining. Man, that really didn't help us out. I think it actually hurt us more than it did anything. Shit. Torturer. Like, we want someone who's going to torture. We need someone who's good at mining. Alright. Shit. Alright. Alright, we're probably going to have to ditch this person. So that would be Jesse's mother then. So alright. See where we stand now. Shooting, melee, medical is 4, cooking is 4, construction is really good, growing, mining, and intellectual. I think that is about as good as we are going to get. So we have a husband and wife team and a rando. Let's start. Now, if I had prepared carefully, I could go in there and I could just create my own characters. The three of you awake from your cryo-sleep sarcophagi to the sound of sirens and ripping metal. You barely get to the escape pods before the ship is torn apart. Sometime later, you land on this unknown RimWorld. As pieces of the shredded starship fall around you, you start making plans to survive. Okay. Here's all of our steel. As you can see, everything is marked with an X. I don't know why they do this by default. It is really, really annoying. That is something that they need to fix. Because I clearly want to have access to all of these things right from the get-go. Alright, that's our components. Alright, now let's see here. Who was a good shooter? Alright. Both of you guys. Okay, shoot. You. Did I mark now? Alright. Andrea, take the rifle. Jesse, take the revolver. And you. You're better than one. Okay, you will take that. Okay. Now that's our silver. Okay. Now let's take a look at where we are. Wow, a lot of really good resources here for us to work with. All this stuff right here. This is compacted steel. And this right here is compacted machinery. So these are going to be... Ooh, some jade too. Okay, that's not too bad, man. There's a lot of steel here. Holy shit. Okay, we have some buildings here that we can make use for as a makeshift shelter. That is really important. But let's see if there's any place around here that I can make into a defensible position. I'm trying to look for really good rock formations. This whole area right here is probably going to be our best bet. I'm probably going to end up building into one or multiple of these rock faces for shelters. I wish they were bigger, but that's just where I happen to land. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set a stockpile zone right next to this building. That's where we're going to dump all of our things. Might as well get that out there. We can use this and this for different things. We'll probably use this for battery storage. Oh, some gold over here too. This is a very good site. Okay. Alright, let me on pause. Let's get to work. However people move around. Yeah, need beds. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and I want to tell them to build... Oh, they've added bridges. Interesting. It says not enough wood. That's because there's no wood in the stockpile, but they will put wood there or they'll find it out in the environment to use. So let's go ahead. Let's get that built up. Then furniture. Alright, let's see what we have to work with. Well, I have plenty of wood. Let's go ahead and get ourselves some beds made. Now, my ideal plan is to... Oh, they changed the blueprints icon. That's interesting. My ideal plan is to eventually get everyone their own bedrooms, because them moving around the same environment will disturb their sleep. So, for right now, we'll just put them like that. And since Jess and Andrea are married, I'll just give them a double bed in one bedroom. That'll save space. And oh, we're paused. I got lots of silver. Alright, now. What do we have to work with in terms of power? Okay, we have wood-fired, chem fuel, water mill, and wind turbines. Don't have access to solar power yet. We don't even have access to batteries yet. Let's look at my research window. Alright, this isn't a bad flow chart here. We will want batteries. Unless they have removed them from the game, which I hope not. Microelectronics. I don't think they removed batteries. I hope not. They've been in every single version of this game prior. Oh, battery. Here it is. Alright, that will probably be our first thing to research. But in order to do research, we will need... Oh, they changed that. They've updated some of their icons. Okay, we're going to need a workbench. And that's interesting too. You see that little bench down there? Ordinarily when you lay down an object that can be interacted with, they just put a little circle there. That to give you a good orientation as to which direction it's going to be facing, so it doesn't block anything. So let's put the workbench here. And let's put a fuel stove so we can cook over here. Let's build a... We don't need a big table. No, that's too big. This is fine. Some chairs so they can eat. We're going to need a place to butcher animals when we do some hunting. Alright. I'll just let them work for right now. So we have shelter. We have beds. We have a source of food for right now, but it's not going to last us indefinitely. So we are going to want to start generating our own food. Now, raw meat will rot very quickly. So you're eventually going to want to build a place so you can keep them refrigerated. That's where these come into play. You're going to want to build an enclosed area and put one of these into the wall with the cool side facing inwards, and then set it to below freezing. Yeah, it gets cold at night. Alright. Check on our resources, see what we have to work with here. Alright, we haven't collected any of the wood and brought it back to the stockpile yet. And until that workbench or research bench is done, we're not going to do any research done. So let's continue to scan our environment and see what we have to work with in general. But there's a lot of steel here that we can mine. A lot of components. So this actually is pretty good. Now let's see here. There's a bear, some berries, so lots of berries we can forage if we need to. Now, I'm trying to find where. Oh, here we go. Geysers. There are, I think, usually about 4 of these on a map. What these are used for is geothermal power production. It's something that you can eventually research in the vanilla game, at least how it used to be. I don't know if they've changed things, but it is the most powerful form of energy production in the vanilla game. Whether or not it still is, I don't know. Let's take a look. Anything like that's gonna be at the far end of the build tree. All right, that's all stuff for building a spaceship to escape. That's really your ultimate goal in the vanilla game, is to escape the planet, to build up your technology to build your own ship and leave. Okay, these are all. Alright, what do we have here for power production? They're probably under long blades, recurve bow, hydroponics, waterproof conduit. Huh. Ordinarily it's just waterproof by default. That is going to be interesting. Alright. This is electricity, so I imagine that would... Okay, here's geothermal power all the way over here. And it doesn't link to anything else. So it looks like geothermal is still the highest one. But where did they put solar power? Oh, it's right here. I wish they had a search function in here. Solar power, that's going to be my next one. Solar power is definitely the most efficient one that you can get. Right now we have wind. Wind can work even at night, but you're still working on the mercy of the wind. Alright guys, let's look at your work here. And set some priorities. Alright, you're really good at construction. The ones that are highlighted white and from dark to white basically means they're from bad to worst. So we are going to want people who are really good at things to be really set high. Alright, you can do research. So let's actually set that as a 1, because that is a really good priority. Haul. Firefight, always set that to 1. Patient, also always set to 1. Alright, you are a doctor, set that to 1. Bed rest, also at a 1. Basic, that's a new one. Dealing with unskilled and easy tasks. Huh, that's a new one. Warden is for dealing with prisoners. Handle animals, cooking. Set that to hunting. What would be useful? Mining. Tailor craft. Haul. I want these guys to be able to haul things. Because where is all my wood? Damn it. Okay, okay, let me find where we crashed. That's where all the wood's going to be. I need to look for the bits of metal. That'll tell me where we landed. That'll be the bits of metal from our pods. Have to be around here. Oh, here we go. So where is all the wood? Did we use it all already? Maybe we did. Okay. So, if we use it already, which I guess we probably did, we are going to need to cut down some trees. So, orders. Cut down some trees. So, let's just... ordinarily, that's a square highlighting. So, let's just cut down some trees. Oh, yeah, they did change a few of these around. That's different. Smooth surface. I don't think that's been around. Tame. Oh, yeah, tame's been around. Forbid, unforbid, open. they've definitely made quite a few changes to the appearance of objects. Recreation. That is also going to be important. Now let's set a horseshoe for right now. Sandbags. We'll work on that stuff later. Okay, keep going, guys. Chop, chop. Literally, chop, chop. No, I did not want that. Cancel. Alright. Well, he's chopping down that tree because I told him to build a horseshoe peg there, so... Which is good, because we need wood. Okay, here's some wood. Good. Good, good, good. We can get things chopped down. Oh, he's really good. That's really good. Get some more wood in here so we can finish building things. The thing about this game, though, you're really spending a lot of time just waiting around for things to happen, and when it comes to a lot of simulation games, that's the thing that can make this really addictive, to where you're just, you know, keep waiting for the next thing to happen and get the next thing done, and before you know it, you've spent hours playing this game. It's a lot similar to playing like Civilization in that regard, you know. I'm not really too... Manifest League of North what? I can't... Concord... I don't know, these things are not really... Covenant of Veen? Yeah, whatever. Under the things we should give this community a name! Guinea Pigs Creek. Stock... Rockton. Yeah, Roxon. Yeah, sure, why the hell not? Roxon. The reason why you can do that is that you can move around and, I guess, establish more colonies if you have more people. You can gradually get more people to join. You'll have people fleeing bandits who will come and join you, but that'll piss them off, and you're taking a gamble on how to be useful. Bandits who attack you, you can capture any of them. They knock unconscious, and if they survive, you can try and convince them to join you. If you release them once they're fully healed, they'll increase your rating with that faction. So, and sometimes you just have someone just join you at random. So, all right, I have almost 1,000 wood. So far, so good. Food situation. I have 27 meals left. I'm gonna, let's see. Let's get some plants growing here. A mad animal, that's not good. Okay, I need to set these guys to attack. Because even if you set them to run, chances are they're not going to escape. Especially when it comes to mad animals, it's better just go ahead and take them out. Homer? That's the animal companion we started with? A rat? I could have been like a Timberwolf or even a dog. What the fuck are we going to do with a rat? I guess we need to build a place for him to sleep. Animal sleeping box. Sure, why the fuck not? Just sooner eat the damn thing. Alright. Well, oh yeah, I was making a growing area so we can grow some plants. This right here is called Heal Root, which is used for making herbal medicine. You can grow it as well, so let's... There's got lots of berries right here. We probably want to harvest some of that. Let's set up a couple of growing areas so we can grow a couple different kinds of crops. Potatoes, that's fine. Rice, actually let's grow corn instead. Alright. Alright. Cougar. Let's not mess with a cougar. Megaloth Assuming it's, I don't know what that is. Mega Sloth? Let's look at it. Description. A giant solitary herbivore with 2 giant claws for warding off threats. Long extinct after being wiped out by the native Earth's American continent, the Mega Sloth was later brought back using advanced cloning and artificial gestators. Its thick hide is exceptionally strong and insulating, making it great leather for cold weather clothing. Well, don't really need that here. Some turkeys, some llamas or alpacas. Never tell those two things apart. Boom rats. Boom rats and boomaloops. These guys will explode if they, well, if they die or as if they're actually like shot and killed. Anyway, they blow up. Not really something you want to mess with, because when they blow up, if any of your colonists are near them, they'll take damage, and they have a chance of setting the surrounding environment on fire. Alright, is there anything really around here? Oh, some more survival meals here for me to collect. Let's grab some of those. Alright, yeah, here's boomaloops. And that's a dead turkey. And it looks like it's a rod one too, so we are not going to want to mess with that. Other than that, ooh, we have some deer, so we can hunt these. Don't want to hunt too many since we don't really have a good method of preserving the meat yet. So what I'm probably going to end up doing for right now, I have more steel over here. Let's harvest all of these berries. So we have an extra food source besides our food. Oh, we have more steel over here. Lots of things in the environment. That's nice. Steel is very, very important. Like I said before, almost everything you are going to build is going to require steel and components. There will be numerous times where you'll be cursing yourself because you don't have enough components or steel to build something that you critically need. Some kind of machinery. The coloration looked a little weird. Wasn't quite sure what that was. These are just walls left behind from whatever civilization last lived here. Same thing with these buildings we're in. I don't see any signs of any buried chambers in any of these rock formations. Generally speaking, there is one, but I don't see any signs of one on this map. Maybe there isn't one on this map, unless it's just not revealed yet. Now, these other formations don't look particularly big enough to hold one. Silver ore, that's good. Once we get things more established, I'll send them out to do some mining so we can gather more resources as we need them. But right now we're still trying to get ourselves established, so there's no reason yet to overextend ourselves and have to try to do too much, because there's just not enough people to do all this work. Starving. Who the fuck is starving? Why are you starving? There's fucking food. Eat, damn you. Let's... Oh, that right's there. So, the butcher's table is built. Butcher creature. Do forever. Hope that means I don't need to build a chair, because they have never required that before that it needs a chair. A tool cabinet might be useful though. 200 steel. Man, that's a third of our steel. Don't really think that is all that important right now. Actually, no, we're getting more steel now. Okay, now we... Oh yeah, okay, someone already has done some research. This is good. This is very good. Alright. Let's go ahead and set this to be mined out. Let's start on that and add some of this compacted machinery as well. Let's at least give them some torches in here so they'll at least have some light to work with. They will gradually consume wood. Well, we got plenty of wood right now, so I'm not too concerned about that. I may just go ahead and give Andrea and Jesse a double bed now anyway, just to take care of that problem. So here is what I'm going to do. Once they wake up, I'm going to tell them to uninstall those 2 beds, or maybe I'll just have them deconstruct them so we can reuse the resources, and build a double bed. Alright. Deconstruct. Alright, now let's build them a double bed. So how long will these berries last? 14 days, not too bad. It gives us an extra fuel, food source. So that's what they changed leather to, is now kind of rolled up. Before it looked like sheets. Okay, now we have some meat. Let's set a bill to make a simple meal and do forever. Actually, since we have berries, we have a little bit of meat, so can anyone make a fine meal? No, no one can make a fine meal. But I'll set that up at the top. Basically, you want to build a hierarchy. If they can't cook a fine meal, then they'll make a simple meal. Fine meal requires, I think, 5 vegetable, 5 meat, and a lavish meal, I think, is 10 and 10. Anyway. A raid? Alright. A group of pirates from the Angry Snakes have arrived nearby. They will prepare a while and then attack. It's just one pirate. What do you have equipped? You have a knife. But you're really good at stabbing people with it. Like, really good. Okay. I may need to work on building sandbags now. I kind of miss the ability to build a gun complex. Alright. Let's build here. Build here. Let's give us some sandbags. These are good for cover in a firefight. Just give us a little bit of cover. I could go down there and just kill him, I suppose. Who? Okay. I must have hit something. Okay. Okay, he's over here. Andrea and Jesse, Let's grab you, draft you, have you go over here, and let's just go ahead and take this guy out. Okay, where is he going? Alright. He's unconscious. Unfortunately, we don't have any place to put him right now. And he's not, or rather, she, it's hard to tell genders with these little sprites. Not really all that useful. So I'm just gonna kill him. Kill her. It, thing, whatever. Him is more of a, I guess, a general term. Fortunately, I don't have to worry about ammo. I guess at least they're slowly improving. Wow. Okay, there we go. Finally. Alright. Guys, you can get back to whatever it was you were doing before. At least we get some clothing. Other than that, I'm probably just going to leave them there and rot. Let other people eat them. Or not people, but the animals. Alright, Jesse. Yeah, let's set owner. Yeah. Yeah. Not really a whole lot of interesting commentary I can really provide you with, unfortunately, because, you know, you're just kind of sitting here waiting for things to happen, like I said before, so you're just kind of waiting. 17 meals left. 15 meals left in our stockpile. Alright, at least, Jess, you're contributing to our food supply, which is very important. Yumiko, you are working on our research. We get our batteries. Once we have our batteries done, we can work on solar power, get some batteries built. Now, the reason why you want to put batteries in here, because they don't like rain. They will short out when it rains. So waterproof conduits might be a good idea too. I don't know why they added waterproof conduits. It seems like an unnecessary add-on. Just something to add on for the sake of adding on. Let's get this gold ore. Can we tame this bear? Yeah, no, let's not do that. That one might be a bad idea, and we are not equipped to take on a grizzly bear. That would be, not optimal, to say the least. So, how are you all doing? It's nice to see that the madness of E3 is finally over. My thoughts on it are, EA has just continued to show that they don't care about fans all that much. Now, what do I mean by that? EA is kind of the place where good companies go to die. They have a long history of buying productive and successful companies, draining them of their resources, and then killing them off. Just to make sure I get my information right on this, let me look up. I mean, I can list a few, off the top of my head. Westwood, especially Westwood. Now, and Westwood is key to what I'm saying right now. At E3, they announced Command & Conquer Rivals. It is a bastardization of everything important, of what Command & Conquer was. Alright, let me type this in real fast. Probably help if I spelled it right. Alright. Alright, let's see what we have here. Maxis. Yes, of course, Maxis. The creators of the SimCity franchise. Okay, reach your screen. Okay. Solar panels. Mythic. Bullfrog. Yeah, I figured Bullfrog. Bullfrog wasn't really, I guess, all that well known. They had a few games, some especially humorous games, under the theme heading. Like you had, man, I'm drawing a blank. I know one, Theme Hospital. It was a really humorous game. Maxis. What they ended up doing to SimCity was really kind of sad. Especially the new one that they came out with, really wasn't. I mean, let's face it, it wasn't really good SimCity. City Skylines does the SimCity formula perfectly. Origin, yeah, Origin. The creators of Ultima and Wing Commander. I mean, let's face it, once they got a hold of Origin and made Ultima 9, it was just ruined. Wing Commander, they didn't ruin Wing Commander because it was already, I think, finished before they got it. DreamWorks Interactive. I don't know what they made. Phenomic, Black Box Games, Pandemic, Playfish. A lot of these companies I don't recognize. Huh, that's weird. Why don't... Oh yeah, here, yeah, Westwood's on here too. Now, it's not accurate to say that they killed Command & Conquer. Command & Conquer was already dead. It died with Command & Conquer 4. What EA essentially did, they got the fans' hopes up, they dug up Command & Conquer's corpse, paraded it around to all the fans, look, we're going to make a brand new game of your favorite franchise, and then set on fire in front of them. That is my impression. I'm sorry, EA. I mean, you make a lot of really good games. I mean, but you make a lot of really stupid decisions. Really? Who's this guy? Who do they have a relationship with? Great grandfather of colonist Jess. You know what, Omiko? You are our negotiator, I believe. Yeah? Go talk to him. And why is Jess idle? Isn't there things for you to be doing? I guess not. What do you have, what are you assigned to doing? You can hunt. I guess I can have you mine. Might as well mine. Alright. We have 800 silver. What can we buy from them? They have some components. They are expensive. Don't really need any steel. Don't need any clothing. I really don't have anything that we really need or want right now. I mean, we're going to have our own potatoes here pretty soon. Well, might as well, I guess, go and buy some potatoes. They have 500. Alright, so let's buy 200 potatoes. Elephant meat, cat meat. I really don't know if we need anything else other than that, so let's just do that. Let's buy some potatoes because these are. All right. Okay, yeah, we're not growing potatoes. We're growing corn and growing some rice. Rice, I guess, grows a lot more quickly than corn. Power. Alright. I want to get a roof over this. Because if you recall, when we got here, there was a piece of debris in there and it just punched a hole through the roof and collapsed it. So they will build a roof over that. Once they do that, I'll have them, you know, construct some batteries. And then we'll get some solar generator, some solar panels out, and we'll work on our waterproof conduits, and then we'll make some lights and start replacing our fueled stuff with electric stuff. Although right now, I mean, we're doing pretty good on stuff like wood, so. There's a lot of steel in here. I will eventually want to get my stockpiles covered because while things are uncovered, a lot of things will start to decay. Steel won't, but things like wood, cloth, anything that's, I guess, perishable will eventually rot and decay. I bought like 200 potatoes. Where's the rest? Oh, they're still bringing them over. Oh no, he's cooking them. I suppose what will be really important will be a refrigeration area. So let's get a little refrigerator area started now, so we have it ready to go. Once we get all the necessary things built. Let's get a floor in there too. Basically, I'm going to put my solar panels, oh my god, some more stuff out here I can use. Yay, more steel. I'm going to set my solar panels out here in this large open area so they can collect the most sunlight. Then I'm going to run a conduit down here where the batteries will be. And any excess power will go to the cooling unit over here, to lights over here. That is my plan. There's so much steel in here. Holy shit. I hit the motor load when it comes to all of the steel right here. Ordinarily, I play this on larger maps, and I guess you can't do that in this version. That's more, I guess, a modded thing where you have really large maps. And, well, it gives you more area to work with, but at the same time, it can really slow things down to a chug a lot of times. You lose a lot of frame rate. So I guess playing on a smaller map is really nice, and from what I can tell, maybe your resources are actually more closely put together. You have the same resources no matter what, and there's like a more centralized location. But let's mine out that area. Oh yeah, there's a whole bunch of steel there. Holy shit. This is the mother load. I mean, I got steel where I can even start building steel walls for defenses. I mean, I am really set on steel. I'm just waiting for my research to get done so I can, once I get that refrigeration up, I can start hunting, and I don't have to worry about it rotting before I get to it, especially for food, because my food's going to rot. Which kind of sucks. I had all those potatoes, and they're going to spoil faster as simple meals than they would, you know, previously. But I got lots of rice too. That's good. Rice will spoil in 40 days. I still have 14 survival meals, 10 simple meals, plus all of the rice. Oh, actually, I got some simple meals over here too. 16 simple meals. Yeah, so 14, 16, that's 30. Plus, I still have some potatoes, I have rice, 30 minutes, and all in all, I'm sitting really good on my resources right now. Okay, I guess I'll go back to EA and get some of my other thoughts on the presentations. Bethesda, they had a good conference. They, you know, unveiled a lot of their new games. Mostly it was just teasers and whatnot. You know, they teased Elder Scrolls 6, and of course they really published a lot of information on Fallout 76. I have reservations when it comes to Fallout 76. Since it's going to be an online-only game in the same venue as Diablo 3, you can only play when you really have internet access. If you lose internet access, you can't play. And I know griefing in that game is going to be a huge problem, especially when you consider the fact that players will have access to nukes, which they can use as nuke other players out of existence just because they can. You can build your own bases. Since it is an online-only game, that pretty much means that you can say goodbye to using console commands and third-party mods. If there are going to be any mods whatsoever for the game, chances are it's going to go solely out of the Creation Club. And let's face it, Bethesda has been trying to rein in modding for a long time and put it under their roof. The Creation Club was their latest effort to do so, and since free modding is still a thing for Skyrim and Fallout 4, which the Creation Club is for, and when it comes to Skyrim, I'm talking more about the remastered editions they came out with last year. Was it last year? Or was it the year before? I don't remember. Anyway, regardless. It's just another way for them to make money. they say you can play solo, but that really all that means is you're gonna be playing basically playing by yourself in a room full of other people. I have read something that there is a way that they'll allow you to basically create your own private server. Maybe. I don't know. I honestly don't know if I'm going to buy it. My machine should be able to run it since it still uses all the same assets from Fallout 4, so I should be able to play it without any problem. My computer is aging. It's getting to the point where a lot of newer games nowadays I can't run very well anymore. When Mass Effect Andromeda came out, I had a hard time getting the game to run smoothly. I can't play it on max settings because my frame rate just goes to shit. And unfortunately, what I really need to do with my computer is really upgrade its RAM. But the architecture that my computer needs isn't readily available anymore, and it's kind of expensive. So it's not something I can afford. It might be more advantageous to probably just buy a new computer with the necessary hardware already. Just transfer things over that I have over to it. My video card is still really good. My power supply, you know, I added that in there. You know, I mean, if it weren't for the RAM, it would still be a perfectly good computer. Just need to upgrade the graphics card every now and then. When right now I have a 970. I think it's a 970 in there, and it's a really good card. But there's still better cards out there right now on the market. I mean, I bought this maybe 2 or 3 years ago. What else? Of course, a new Doom game coming out. A new Wolfenstein game, which I found really fascinating because now you're playing as Blazkowicz's daughters. Now, I didn't play New Colossus. I haven't gotten around to buying it. I did play the New Order. I played the Old Blood. I've been a huge Wolfenstein fan since, well, basically Wolfenstein 3D. What else can I think of? Oh, geez, I'm drawing a blank on stuff. I mean, it's not like I go into these things really all that prepared. I wasn't even really planning on recording tonight. I was just planning to sit down and play RimWorld for a little bit. Then I saw, oh, hey, version 1 released, and all your mods don't work. So I'm like, okay, shit. Now what do I do? A refugee. A medieval slave named King Ariel has called from you. Keycap is being chased. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? By tribespeople from the coalition of... I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Keycap begs for safety and offers to join your colony. Biologically, he is 18 years old. Be warned, if you accept, you'll fight off the tribespeople that are on his tail. Well, we are already hostile with him to begin with. I'm guessing that Keycap is probably a bug, or maybe is something that hasn't been fixed yet, or whatever, patched, I don't know. Yeah, sure, well, we will offer him safety. I hope he is going to be worth it. Alright, let's take a look at what you have to offer me here, man. Well, you really love to shoot. You're really good. You really love to build things. Growing, mining, other than that, not really all that useful. Now, you see this number here in parentheses? This is their biological age. This is how old they really are. Meaning they basically spent all this time in cryo sleep. Alright, you really love to shoot, but unfortunately I don't have any weapons for you right now. So I guess you're just going to have to stick with a knife. until I can get you a new weapon. Alright, Jess, Andrea, I know they're going to be attacking soon. Let's get you set up. Yeah, okay, good. Research screen. Alright. Auto doors. I'm not too concerned about auto doors right now. Smithing. That way I can start getting into things over here. Let's work on smithing. Alright. Raid. Good. See how many we have to work with. Only one. He's a sniper. He's a sniper equipped with a club. They sent their best marksman over to kill us with a club. Methinks these trade people are not the brightest. Okay, he's going around the other side. Let's go around over here then. Alright, got him. Yay, he's dead. Do they even have any clothes on? No! They sent him in. Not only did they send their best marksman equipped with a club, that's all he had. He was naked. They sent their best marksman over to kill us with a club naked. Yeah, these guys are not very bright. I'm gonna have to do something about that body, aren't I? Alright, let's build a grave. Let's put it back here, outside. Now, we have conduits built. We have a place area for refrigerating things. So let's go ahead and let's get a cooler unit built in here. Let's get our power tap. Oh, under shallow water. Oh. I wish I had known that. I wouldn't have wasted my time with it. Let's build a few batteries. And let's build our solar panels. Let's build our wire to here, straight shot. And let me also assign work. He is good at construction, right? Set you to a 1 then. A party! Great, okay. Before I forget, let's set this area in here for food. So here's what I'm going to do. Go into storage options. Let's clear all. Set all foods in here. And raw resources. No, that's just all that. Foods, meals, raw foods. All that will go in there. Then go down here and on-tack food. They will then begin to move all of their food supplies into that room. What the fuck happened? These got into a fight and Jesse got knocked the fuck out. Risky Jess. What the hell happened to him? How? Cracked fist, and he has 2 bruises. Not exactly sure what the whole idea behind that was. Alright, it's connected to this cable, but there's no power yet. Solar panels are built. I need a way for my batteries to get built. Let me go ahead. I need to set this temperature. 26 degrees. Below freezing. It's going to draw more... okay, current power usage is low. Okay, still, that's good. It needs 200 watts in order to be powered. Oh, you don't have a bed yet, do you? Forgot about that. And once I get all this stuff sorted out, I can get them into their own individual rooms. A friendly AI from your past named Charlin Whitestone has sent you a message. He reveals that he has a starship hidden on this planet. He sends you its world coordinates. This starship is currently in deep hibernation mode. You will have to start it up when you arrive, then defend it from raiders trying to steal it. Where is it? Where the fuck am I? Okay, here I am. There it is. Let's call it 20-day trip. Yeah. That's not gonna happen. Not right now. Alright. Solar panels are generating a lot of power. Batteries are charging. Batteries are going to be useful for when the sun goes down, so I'll still have power to run things throughout the night. It is currently below freezing in here, which is great, so our food will be preserved. Now I can start to hunt. But we'll wait to do that until next time. So I would like to thank you for joining me for this new trip into RimWorld. This has been Talsar Gilden. Be sure to tune in next time for more Talsar plays. Good night.